Thank you, Kaden Caban, for telling me that you couldn't hear me. It's not like we missed anything. No, I'm tired of these slumlords. They're family, but they're also slumlords. No, Kaden, it's not okay because this is not how you treat people that is even your family, but you don't treat tenants like this either. And um my neighbor shouldn't have to deal with this crap. But anyways, it's all a fucking joke for them, and it's very ridiculous, and I'm tired of it. Huh? Oh, well, thank you, Kaden. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support and subscribing. I have music and everything, but I had to just focus on this stupid crap. And I mean, the important thing is you want to have a roof over your head, right?
Your call has been.
This idiot's phone is off. I'm sure my mother's phone will be off too. The bitch hung up on me. Like, she definitely has. My mother has schizophrenia. It will be proven. Hello? Yes.
Hello, Chelsea. Hello, Chelsea. This is your landlord.
Yes, obviously. Well, thank you for getting on the phone. So, I have several questions. I received a letter from MPK LLC, which I can assume or imagine that's Megan. Is she a landlord, or are you the landlord, or what's going on here?
I am the landlord.
So why would she send something?
Well, I don't know. Did she send something new or something new?
She sent an eviction notice, and it had her address, and it said MPK LLC, and I looked that up, and obviously that's a branch. Obviously it's several.
And actually, what it is that I am your landlord. And
yeah, but that has nothing to do with Megan.
Chelsea served and mailed you.
You mean Megan? I'm not Megan. Megan is not me.
Okay, all right, okay.
And I'm not. So remember when you said you were gonna put this house in a trust for me? Whatever happened to that?
You changed and became angry.
No, I didn't do anything. You guys got really weird when I had a baby, and you treated me like crap. That's what happened. And I just was like, I don't want to be bothered then. But
Chelsea, I don't really want. Let me explain the one issue, and then if you want to talk about the other thing, I will. As long as you don't yell at me. But basically, I had as my witness, I had Chelsea.
Megan
serve you the papers. Yes, I'm confused.
No, but Megan. No, but no.
But basically, the only thing the forms were from me.
Megan did not serve anything, okay? She tried to give paperwork in court, and I didn't know what it was, and I told my attorney I didn't want anything from her.
Right. But basically, after that, I had Chelsea, or Megan, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Megan put a copy of it on your door or in the mailbox.
Yeah, and 2 days later, I got some pissy shoes that were Liam's shoes in my doorway. Can you guys explain that? There was some shoes that used to belong to Liam, and they smelled like urine, and they were in my doorway. What is that about? And I know that came from you guys, because nobody does anything weird. The whole 8 years I've lived here, nobody did anything weird to me.
Well, okay, come on, don't.
And I don't have friends or anybody come over. I don't have any enemies.
Megan found that pair of shoes and thought Malachi.
No, they smelled like urine. Somebody urinated on those shoes. So you admit that Megan did drop off the shoes in my doorway?
Yes.
Like I said, they smelled like urine. You're lucky that the police weren't delivered those shoes.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, you know that the shoes were delivered to my house.
Yes, I don't know anything about smelling a urine or whatever.
They reeked like somebody urinated on them.
Anyway, I was just told that Megan thought that Malachi might have a use for them.
Why would he want shoes from somebody that molested him as a child?
Okay, I don't really want to get into all that stuff. I don't really want to discuss that.
Do you see it all? Do you even see it all and grasp the fact that you guys do these things to me to try to make me feel bad? Or you're just very weird, and you've gotten so aggressive, and that's why I have put the orders of protection on you. I don't mean any harm, but you guys can't just push me around and order me around.
It's like harm, but I think you have to realize.
Realize what do you want me to realize? That you're mean, and that
I think you have to realize.
Realize what?
You have to realize that there's no way that I can have you as a tenant.
You bought the house with the intention to kick me out. That was your plan. You wanted me to get comfortable and then kick me out for no reason.
Chelsea,
you told me you were going to give me the house. You put it in a trust. You know that window's been broken in the hallway since before the New Year's or something like that. And in February, the whole window came out and you still never fixed it. Hello?
I can't. Number one, basically, I was going to say is that there's no way that you can be my tenant when you have an order of protection against me.
Well, do you understand why? You guys would just come over and harass me and make me feel bad, and you won't fix things. There's so many times, even just with our neighbor, where you guys said you're going to come over and look at something, but then you don't fix anything. So what is the point of that?
Chelsea, I don't really.
Also,
anyway.
Another reason I'm calling today is because I'm aware that you're fixing her bathroom floor tomorrow, but you're not fixing the root of the problem, which is all the leaky pipes. We have plumbing that leaks upstairs and downstairs, but it sounds like it's worse downstairs because the fact that her floor is going to cave into the basement.
Actually, I have this. I mean, it's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. My opinion is that.
No, an opinion is you're not around to know anything. You have, and then you actually do know that these problems exist. You know that, but you just don't have people fix it.
Chelsea, my understanding of the situation, I'm not saying that you agree, but my understanding of the situation is that you or Malachi take showers once in a while.
No, you can't just lie. That's not what it is. This old pipes and plumbing needs to be replaced. And Dan Rodine told you that, and even Pat told you that, and even Paul. I don't care for Paul because he made a racist slur and told me to fix the toilet myself or whatever. But the fact of the matter is that you cannot. Paul messed up a lot of the sinks and everything, but besides that, you guys already knew that the stuff needed to be fixed.
Chelsea, anyway, just let me finish my statement if I could. Okay. You or Malachi, I think, take a shower.
That's not true. I already know you're going to sit here and lie. Nobody's splashing water around.
And then it leaks then the water leaks.
Well, why don't you have a plumber look at it and they can tell you? But guess what? It's not anybody splashing water.
I think it's not a plumbing problem because.
So what about the neighbor downstairs? You think that I'm splashing so much water from the upstairs that it's destroying her floor downstairs? And her bathroom and my bathroom don't even line up. Our bathrooms do not line up. My bathroom is over one of her kids' rooms.
I know that. And
so what's your excuse about her bathroom then? What's your excuse about her bathroom? Why does her bathroom floor need to be replaced then?
Because I think there's old water leaks and there's a section of the floor that's rotting and it needs to be fixed. And I'm in the process.
But you don't fix anything. You have not fixed it. The window. What about the window? What's your excuse for that? Huh?
Well, Okay, I don't really, truthfully, the excuse for the window, this is excuses.
What about the fiberglass in the attic? Do you understand that the roof leaked?
If you let me speak.
But you don't say anything that's meaningful. I basically wanted to ask you what's the point of fixing the floor if you don't fix the pipes? Because you can fix the floor, but then the whole thing will cave in when water comes in again because of the.
That's a different section. That floor is in her bathroom, which doesn't lie underneath your bathtub.
You know, you're just saying a bunch of gibberish that makes no sense. You do know that, right? But the other property.
Because you don't disagree. Because you don't. Because you number one, you don't want.
I live here, so I know what's wrong. But you don't listen. You don't listen to anybody. But you've had several professionals tell you that all the pipes need to be fixed and replaced.
May I speak again?
Yeah, but what are you going to just say? A bunch of garbage? But go ahead.
Let me speak. Okay, I had Phil Palmero, who does windows.
He's never looked at my window. He's never been here. You said 2-3 months ago, you said he was going to come over and he never did. When the whole window fell out, you had Pat come over and put tape over the fucking window.
Maybe you weren't home at the time.
No, nobody's done anything. Whatever you say a lot of stuff. You have people come and look at things and then they don't fix anything.
Can I finish my statement? Don't not argue with me. Just let me finish my statement. You don't have to agree with anything I say, but can you just let me finish my statements? Okay. I basically had Phil Palmer over. He measured the windows, and I told him to order.
You mean the window? That's a lie because you just said windows. What windows? So whoever this guy is, he's never done anything.
Actually, could I finish my statement? Because you don't have to believe it, but I believe him because he's been a client of mine for 30 years.
Well, he's never done any work here, and I have no idea who that person is.
Well, anyway, let me finish. Okay, I ordered through him, and he says it's going to be like 3 weeks or a month. And it probably was 3 weeks or a month.
So where's the damn window then? When is he supposed to fix the window?
He said he'd fix it as soon as they got order it. He hasn't been. I'll give him a call and see. I will give him a call and see if the window.
You should have Ben gave him a call. You don't make any sense. It just sounds like all you spew out is lies.
Anyway, I've got on order through him. I got on order a small window in back. The one that's fallen out. And it's
gone. The window is gone.
Yeah, that's the window. I got to order. I got a brand new one order. And as soon as, and I'll give him a call and see if they've come in yet. But he hasn't called me and told me they have. And also, I ordered 2 new windows to take the place of the picture window in the front. With the casements that don't work. And basically, those are going to be double hung windows, in which 2 of them right in the spot where the picture window is. And in which case, then once he puts those in, then somebody can put an air conditioner in that window.
Okay, so what about the fiberglass? Do you understand that?
Okay, all right, this is my understanding of fiberglass. You don't have to agree with me because you never talk.
I turned off my heat, like I said, so that we're not blowing fiberglass through the house.
But truthfully, I'll tell you, there's a difference between asbestos and fiberglass.
This fiberglass is open. It's exposed. It is not good for your lungs. I know this from breathing it in. I would get headaches.
I basically enclosed when I put in.
Yeah, and some is on the rest of the outside of the house. Do you understand that the fiberglass exposure is due to the roof leaking?
No.
That's what it is. I'm telling you, since you don't listen to anything. But I can tell you things like 20 million times and you don't listen.
Chelsea,
it's like take your head and slam it against a wall. You still wouldn't fucking wake up or something.
Okay, all right. I have a question for you.
What's that?
Of the fiberglass that was in there, I understand that you took garbage bags and threw out a lot of it. What fiberglass did you throw out?
the fiberglass that was all open and ratty. And if you go inside of the enclosure, you will find about a swimming pool full of, like a big swimming pool, like if a kid went to a community pool or something, you could fill up a decent size, even a small pool, whatever. It's a lot of freaking fiberglass. I'm not gonna tell you how, it's a lot.
You threw away. If
well, I wouldn't keep it so I can get sick.
No. I'm saying is the fiberglass. There was fiberglass. I had Pat put in that paneling, and it covered up that fiberglass there. Did you throw that away?
Do you understand that the heating and cooling system, the heater, it still goes through, the ventilation comes from in the attic, okay?
Well, okay. Anyway, Chelsea.
So I had to turn off my heat.
I understand that.
Do you understand? I had to turn off my heat so that we don't breathe in fiberglass.
I don't agree with you, but that's beside the point.
That's because you're not living in this. I know that my headaches got better. My brain got a little bit better regarding headaches and stuff and I can breathe better. Before I had this like stuff in my nose, it looked like brownish, yellowish, and it was from breathing in fiberglass. And Malachi he didn't feel well either, but now we feel a little bit better by not having the heat on.
Okay, you basically now behind the furnace, or going back,
there's fiberglass all around the furnace.
Okay.
That's exposed. The whole attic is full of exposed fiberglass.
I just wondered how much fiberglass you got.
A lot of fiberglass.
Got rid of a lot of it, right?
I got rid of some of it, but there's a lot that is exposed. You're not paying me to do this, and if I'm going to do it, I should get paid.
No, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, okay, is that fiberglass that you don't touch your skin to.
No, if you breathe it in, it's not good for you.
That's asbestos more than fiberglass.
No, fiberglass has glass and it goes in your lungs. I can tell you personally from, like I said, once I turned off the heater, it helped, but it's still not very safe in the attic to be up there long term. But I got rid of some more of it recently and it got a little bit better, but it's still ghetto as fuck.
Truthfully, every household in Buffalo has fiberglass in the attic.
But it's not exposed. When it's covered and there's not holes in it, then it's safer. Well, do you understand that the dripping you also have a broken gutter, which most likely caused the leaking or something, had something to do with that, as far as there's a lot of exposed fiberglass. You guys are part of the reason why I speak loudly, because you don't listen. I want you to know that and understand that. If you don't like me talking loud,
I wish you wouldn't talk loud and don't yell.
I wish you would listen to what I say and take it seriously.
All right. Let's just finish this conversation. Now, it is not working for you living there. And so,
because you don't fix things, but it's not even just that. The problem, the reason I got orders of protection on you is because you guys are crazy and you would bother me and harass me. You don't know how to pick up a phone before you come over, and then you don't fix things, and you act like you're better than me. You act very mean. You don't act like family. You answered the phone saying, "This is your landlord." Do you even care? Do you even care about if I have a house or a roof over my head? Do you care about your granddaughter that's a baby that's 16 months old?
Chelsea.
Do you? Can you answer my damn question?
My answer to that question is that this is all your fault.
No, it's not my fault. Nothing is my fault. I did not ask to be born to parents that are so mean and terrible and that never showed love to me. All you do is take all of your terrible, your misery, you take it out on me. Whatever is wrong with you, you need to see. You need psychological help.
This is enough conversation for today. If you basically need to talk to me, call me up sometime and
talk to you about what? I just asked you if you're going to help at all. Do you care?
No.
Are you going to help for me to move at all?
Pardon?
Are you going to help me to move? You want to give me some money or something?
If you find a place, I'll help you.
You're going to help me how?
I'll help you move. If you find a place.
Why don't you just give me the money so that I can get a moving company and whatever else I need? Because honestly, you guys are so mean. You're so mean, and it's affected my whole life. And you do things. You want me to start over. You have previously done this so many times. You've disrupted my peace and had forced me to start over my life. You have tried to do things to make things bad for me and my kids, and you know that's the truth.
My opinion is that if you were on medication, we'd get along better. But that's just my opinion. I think that you need to be on medication.
What do you think you need to be on? Alcohol all the time and let it numb your brain and not force you're not going to face what reality is, anything that you need. You know that the old address on Husey? I seen how nice the house looks. Over here, meanwhile, the gutter fell off, and then that's why
I spent a lot of money already on your house.
No, you spent money on some repairs that went to waste because you didn't keep up with the small maintenance. All these little things. You would have, if you would have spent some money on the pipes, it would have cost a little bit, but it would have been worth it. And same thing if you would have kept up with the roof and stuff.
All right, I'm going to say goodbye in about 30 seconds, but I just wanted to say is that if you find yourself a place, if I can financially help you move, I will gladly help you to move.
How are you going to help?
I'll rent a vehicle, or you can come up with a plan and let me know, and I'll pay for it. Or for something like if you needed to get a truck rental or get somebody to rent a truck, a friend of yours to help.
Yeah, but you say this, but on May 31st or June 1st, the police will probably be at my house. So how is that? How does that work? How does that work? Can we avoid the police and everything, or what is going on? Because I'm not here to play games with you. I have done nothing wrong to you. All I ask for you is to repair that's it.
Well, anyway, okay, I'm not,
It's not my fault that you chose to be a slumlord. It's affecting the neighbor, though.
All right.
The neighbor, I'm right. I'm right.
I know that the neighbor is going to move because
it has nothing to do with me. It's everything to do with you. And you know that. Right. Me and her get along fine.
Anyway, like I said, you keep working on finding yourself a place to move to. If you need some.
So again, you didn't answer my question about June 1st. Are the police going to be at my door?
No, I have to go through the legal process. The legal process, okay, is that after May 31st, I give you note that I give you notice that you've held over, and basically, and then I have to go through the process.
But it looks like it's for June. I'm not stupid. I can see about the 30 days. Okay. I'm a lot more intelligent that you guys act like I'm retarded or crazy, but in reality, you guys play these mind games. I'm just not evil.
Weren't you asking what the legality of the situation is?
What is your plan? What is your plan? Huh? When do I really need to be out of here?
Probably about June 20th, June 30th. Because basically the way it works is that if you don't move out by June 1st, so I'll work an arrangement where you found a place and
but it looks like that's already the case. So don't lie to me because you're being recorded. So don't lie.
Ask your lawyer or ask somebody else. But basically what it amounts to is that you're a tenant, and before I evict you, I have to go through the housing court to evict you. And I under the grounds of what I asked is I gave you notice to move after May 31st. If you don't move, then I go through the legal process of getting you to move, and we go to court. And we go to court after a certain point, and assuming I get the eviction because you're holed over and you're still there, assuming I get the court order from them, then basically I have it served by a marshal, and they give you like 10 days or 14 days or something to think. So
when are you're not going to do that until after June 1st or something at least?
Yes, that's when I do the legal process, which gives you a month. So
because it looks like on paper that you were going from.
No, basically.
You know, your excuse for evicting me, what it says is that it doesn't say anything about I'm difficult, which I'm not, but anyways, it's all it says is that there's no lease, that we did not sign a lease.
You basically have a month to month. You're what is known as you're living there on basis of a month.
So I'm just curious, what is the whole reason to really evict me? Just to cause chaos and problems in my life? Like I said, you said you were going to put the house in a trust. Why don't you just put the house in a trust and give it to me then? Why did you say that? Why would you say that?
I don't like you at the moment.
Do you remember?
And honestly, I still have like a $90,000 mortgage on it, which I'm paying.
Yeah, and I could take over that, couldn't I? Right?
No, you have no income. And
how do you know? You don't know anything about my life because you're not there. You guys are not around doing anything with the kids.
If you have income and it's not welfare or Malachi.
It doesn't matter what I have or don't have. You look down on me and you don't give me an opportunity to do better. You don't support, you think I'm just a piece of garbage and that's how you treat me. Even though there's like a lot of people in the world who look up to me and fucking like worship me.
Okay, Chelsea, the reason why you have to move is because as your landlord and as your father, you are mistreating me.
No, I'm not. You guys are the problems. You guys are.
That's your theory. And
I don't have a theory. I have facts. I'm a factual person. I don't sit here and lie. I don't play games. I'm a very nice person, but you're taking my kindness for weakness. Are you not?
Taking your
if I was playing manipulative mind games, then you would have more respect or something. That's what you guys do. You and Mom and Megan, you play games and you're sneaky.
Didn't you just spit on me and my car just the other day?
I spit on your car because you're evicting me and my children. That's your grandkids. You don't do anything. I didn't spit on you. I did spit on your car. I straight up told you that you're lucky that I have a baby or I would whoop your ass because it's messed up the way you treat me and my children. Like I said, there's fiberglass in the attic. I had to turn my heat off. We got a broken window in the hallway and the pipes leak and it's not even just me, but you don't fix my neighbor's repairs. Like, you're gonna fix her bathroom floor tomorrow, but she wanted her carpet ripped out, and you didn't do that. You know,
I don't have to rip out her carpet. Basically, she's a tenant, and she doesn't like it.
She wanted the carpet ripped out. What's the problem? She's taken very good care of the house the whole time. She's my favorite tenant out of all the other ones. The other ones were cool, but I like her the best.
Well, see, there's not really much point of us having a conversation. So, is anything specific you want to know besides what that is? But I don't. Really
I understand that's what you do is ignore me, and then you act like, but then you gossip and act like I'm the problem. But it has created mental health problems for me in the past. Part of me.
Problem as a tenant at the moment.
Why do you think I got orders of protection to protect my peace? I believe that mother has schizophrenia because number one, she doesn't know how to show love, and number two, she does not communicate like very well at all. She just hides, and she's got you and Megan all schizophrenic, like you're mimicking her behaviors.
As soon as you move, you won't have to deal with me, okay? So
the problem is that it's like it's like the house. You neglected the house. You don't care about me and my kids, and you care more about other strangers. Like I said, Husey, it looks all nice. I was there recently, and I seen how nice it looks. And then you come over here, and it looks like crap. And it's not because of me. It's because the gutter thing fell off, and there's weather problems. There's wind and stuff.
Which gutter fell off? I'll look at it, but which gutter fell off?
I don't know. The point, it just looks like crap. What I'm saying is that the gutter is probably why the roof leaked or something. I'm just saying there is a lot of fiberglass exposure. You are going to have to take care of that before somebody else moves in. Is Megan buying the house? Yes or no? Why did she send me why did she act like she's a landlord?
You.
Megan has no power over me. You have no power over me, and Mom has no power over me. You guys are my landlords, as you said. She's not my landlord. You're supposed to be my landlord. Why did Megan send a landlord statement from her house to me?
Gave it to her so that I have a witness that it was sent to you.
No, it's stupid.
No, that's why it is. I as your landlord cannot serve you or serve. So
if you're trying to be about the law, then don't you think what you're doing as a landlord is against the law by not taking care of repairs? You're letting the house fall apart.
All right. It was not that pleasant talking to you, but so let's finish the conversation. Good. You have a good evening, Chelsea. Take care. Bye.
Hello?
I'm trying to hang up.
I'm about like resolutions and solving problems, and I understand this is fun for you guys, but what you're doing, it won't be fun if you end up in the psych ward, though, will it?
All right.
Will it be fun? I'm asking you a serious question because you guys, well, there you have it, folks. I already have orders of protection against them because they were violating my just my human rights and harassing me, but not fixing things. And it's just, I didn't want to have to do that, but they push and do things to start, problems so then they can have a reason to do, it's just, they want me to lash out, but they're the ones that are like acting a certain way. As you can, if you have like a brain, you can hear how they are. And if I come off as mean, well, it's because I'm 41 years old and I'm tired of this mess. And so I had to get some questions answered. Thank you, Delisa. There's your phone back. My phone's upstairs charging. All right, I'm gonna chill out for a minute, you guys. Thank you guys for watching and seeing, what's going on. So I'm going to give you a little tour of my house right quick because, like I said, I will be moving and stuff. I'm just going to show you. I'm up the top of the stairs because my house is an upstairs unit. This looks terribly ghetto, but I don't really want to mess with this. But as you can see, I have stuff over this so that there's not a big hole. And then my daughter is in here. I'm not trying to bother you, Jayla. I'm showing the house a little bit. Jayla's just hanging out on the bed and stuff there. So yeah, this is clothes and actually those are kids' toys in here. It's actually a nice house. I'll show you the attic in a minute because I'm gonna go up there after this. But yeah, I got the washer and dryer up here. No, I'm not gonna lie. They bought the house 2 years ago, and they did some repairs. Like they changed the floors. This sink does not work. Okay, this over here used to be the sink. It's just a little junk area now. Here's my bathroom. Now I was showing this the other day that when you turn this on, the water would like shoot up, and I do believe that my landlord told the plumber to like unscrew this, right? Because he was here not that long ago and you would think he had fixed it. My toilet is ghetto. It like sometimes it'll like run. It was supposed to be repaired. I was supposed to get a new toilet or something. Anyway, here's my living room. I don't want to wake the baby. Oh, you're awake. Hold on. I'm going to tell your sisters to come hang out. The baby is up Jaleesa, the baby is up if you want to hang out with her. Okay, so this sink, it was put in by my sister's husband. This stuff is clean. What I do is I use this sink to drain my stuff. I use this sink, but it sometimes kind of leaks a little bit, so I put the buckets under there. Now, the reason, see over here, back here, that's where the water would come out from the sinks here. So that's why I don't use these sinks. But again, I will wash my dishes. So a little couple of drips of water isn't gonna hurt anything. Like, you know what I mean? I make sure it's not like a lot of water. And it's my little deep freezer, which I want to bring that with me, obviously. So because it's warmer out today, I had to open the window. It just smelled musty from the fiberglass. So as you can see right here, the wood was like warped and stuff, and it was breaking off. When it broke off, I realized there was exposed fiberglass. And then I had to rip it off even further because to get as much of the fiberglass as I could. There is still some fiberglass. I'm sorry, it was cutting off. Hey, Sarah, I was just thinking about you. I've been listening to a lot of our music lately. There's kiddos. This is my kiddos. Oh, kiddos. She's like, I'm tired. What the fuck? So yeah, most of this fiberglass I'm talking about is behind here. My father's friend put this up not that long ago, and my father, who is the landlord, believes that it's safe with that, but the problem is that the heater system is back there, so the ventilation is, like I said, I had to turn off my heat so that we don't breathe in fiberglass circulated. It's warmer up here now because it's nice outside, so but I can't use the central air system too, which is also the same thing through the heater, like the vents. But the reason for that, even besides the fiberglass, it's that issue is already an issue because it would leak to my neighbor's house. It used to leak in my house, and then my brother-in-law, he did something to drain it, and he switched it around so it went from draining on the top of my ceiling to, you know, downstairs. So I love you so much, Sarah. So if everybody, I have to tell you, and I'm so glad you're on here now. See, Sarah Lynn Linden, she is I gave her the name Lovely, and then she also has the name LJJ. So I will be playing some of our music soon. I've been thinking of doing that. You know, I've been listening to it a lot lately, and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, Sarah, I'm gonna move. I'm not sure where. I know you were trying to move somewhere too. I don't know where, if you're still in you know, where you were. I don't know if you want people to know or not, but anyway, so yeah, it's been just a lot of shit going on here lately, but it's all good. But yeah, this is my little tiny room up here in the attic, and I've made it work, but like I said, I had to deal with the whole fiberglass shit. But yeah, see, I got my TV right here. Kid, I'm sitting in my chair, just turn around. This bed is like, you see, there's not a lot of room, but I made it work. But it's kind of crazy because it's EC. It's like, that might be scary for some people to think about. But like, I don't roll around in my sleep or whatever. So luckily, but again, I'm gonna move and shit. But you see, I had to talk to these fools because, whatever. I can say that they're fools because I'm not being mean. It's very foolish to just treat people like crap and push and act like you're better than people, because you don't know if you're gonna push somebody to just say things that they might be like, let me put it like this. It's not, I'm not sitting here trying to think about them or talk bad about them or anything, but they're like forcing me to think about them right now because it's like, oh, I need to find a house.
I put her in her bed when I was getting her to sleep.
Thank you, big love. I appreciate you. I got some stuff, so if you wanted to do some baking, I got to get some more sugar though.
I'm just drinking water now instead of like pop and stuff.
It's good to take care of yourself. You can but yeah, go run along because I'm smoking.
Because I seen those cupcakes tomorrow.
Yes, I'll talk to you in a little bit. I love you so much. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna read some of these comments from everybody. I'm going back to the beginning so I can read everybody's comments. It's a lot of comments. So Caden Caben came in the beginning, and thank God, thank you so much, Caden Caben. He said, "Hi, I can't hear you," and he said, "Hi, you okay?" He said, "It's okay," and I was like, "It's not okay." But he said, "I'll subscribe and like." He said, YW, which I don't even know what the hell. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell that means. I probably should or something. And then he said, "Why are they hanging up?" Oh, and then he said, I don't, good question. Melissa said, "Hi, I'm not gonna say the word ninja, we'll just say. What's up, Melissa, and what up, Caden, Cabin? Thank you guys both." Melissa said, "Can spit on the phone," because I was talking about I spit on the car or whatever. But again, that's not on somebody's face or something like that. Would be, I feel like that is like very disrespectful, but they have very much disrespected me. And it's just like they really have pushed all of their feelings of bad feelings, just push on me like I'm just like it's target practice. Like that's really what's going on here. And it's been like that for a long time, and so finally I just was like, I can't do this anymore. It's not even it's my kids too, like that. It's too much, you know. But anyways, Kaden Caven put some funny pictures and stuff and said that's rude. Melissa said, "Call the cops on him." And Melissa said, "Karen, do it." I'm not Karen though, but whatever. I'm just gonna leave that alone. They would be. So you can't just say anybody flipping out is a Karen. Plus, I'm not white, but we don't have to get into that right now. But I'm not being funny. I like people. I'm cool with anybody that's cool with me. I don't care your nationality and shit, but I am one to really stand up for rights, for equality for all. But I understand. I know what it is, how it is to be black, and I stand up against that bullshit that we've all had to face, and that it's not right. There really is a situation people need to understand. If you're not black, and then you don't really understand that it really is. It's not that it's always a thing, because if you're not a racist, or you don't act or think you're better than people just because, like, you know, then that's not you, and that's great and that's wonderful. But there's people out there that really just, they act like it's okay. And it is a human rights thing. It can be a caste system thing. It can be about money, whatever. But in my situation, they want me to be less than them, and this has gone on too long. It's not like I've never done anything with my life, but they have been in the way of my success in the past, and that's the sad thing about it. Yeah, Kaden was telling me to call the cops, and Melissa said call the priest. Okay, I don't know what. Okay, anyways, yeah, the churches don't really help that much these days. I talked to submit a missionary the other day. I told him, I don't know, if you could help me find some church housing, that'd be great. But whatever. I don't know. People are crazy. And again, I just need to be free of. I hope that my parents and my sister and her husband and all of them, whoever thinks whatever, that they know the truth now, that the reality, that they need to focus on their own lives. Don't worry about, like, don't try to corrupt me, because it doesn't make you look better. It does come back on you. You aren't going to be protected. I'm going to speak on anything and everything you do to protect my peace. So if you leave me alone, then there's nothing to talk about, right? But anyways, if you're doing things behind the scenes to target me, harass me, make me feel unsafe, gossip and stuff, then that comes back, because I'm not doing this for fun at all. I just want the nightmare to be over with. Because if you notice in the past, if you look through my whole YouTube from 2020, March 1st, 2020 is when I started this, you're not going to see me doing this about anybody. I'm just making music. So if you feel a certain way about what I'm saying, well, we know why then, right? But okay, I don't know what the hell Melissa's up with her, but she's just saying random things. Kaden said, call the cops because that's mean. Yeah, I already tried doing that. Again, they want to make the police think I'm like a psycho or whatever, but I'm 41, and for over 20 years. And anyways, yeah, whoever Melissa is a douchebag weirdo. She's a big dork. So she's not my ninja or whatever. Yeah, no, she says she peed on the shoes. Like, haha, like, dude, it's just let it go. Like, okay, so if you're confused about what I'm saying, okay, I'll just break it down. February 25th, I went to court for the orders of protection. I came home and there was the eviction notice, and then 2 days later, those shoes were in the door. So you heard my father, the landlord, admitted that Megan dropped off the shoes. So they are admitting to putting some shoes that smelled like urine. Like, it was so bad that I had to throw out my hoodie because it smelled. Like, I took the shoes right outside. Like, they didn't go in my house. They went right out the door, and I threw them in the street. And they were there, like, in front of my house for a few days. But anyways, I went in my house and scrubbed my hands, but the smell was so strong that it was just there. And like I said, I had to throw out the hoodie. I had to take a shower. It's just disgusting. And besides that, I had to throw out a bunch of outfits from cleaning up the fiberglass. So yeah, because fiberglass it's glass. That, just imagine if you had broken glass all over your clothes and you're going to feel the like particles. But imagine if it's the particles are out there in the air, you're breathing that in. Anyways, Sarah was asking me if I'm okay, and I mean, I'm trying to be. But yeah, Kaden kept talking about call the cops, please, and stuff. And Kaden says, I hate him. And thank you, Kaden, for caring. But yeah, I mean, the police are really not that helpful. But, hopefully my lawyer will help with that or something. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if Melissa's just a jokester or something, but this is not funny for me. This is not fun. She said, can he come to my house? And then She said she felt molested. Can he help her? Oh, it's just stupid. People are stupid. Um, Again, I was talking about somebody being violated, and I feel bad that I even said what I said, but it needed to be addressed because that's one reason. There are several reasons to take this shit very serious. Yeah, my son was violated under my sister's care years ago as a child. And then I do believe that my mother is a schizophrenic, and she taught my father and my sister to hate me my whole life. So as a child, I was just hated. I hadn't even done anything good or bad yet, and here we are. Um, okay, I'm not going to repeat anything else that Melissa said here now because she's just doing too much. And Caden was saying, I hate him, call the police. Da, 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 da. And Caden said, Slay, girl. And Sarah said, You okay? Like I said, I'm hanging in there. Caden said, Dang. Emily said, Uh-oh. Uh, and then Caden says, Ooh. Emily put some dot, dot, dot. And said, Okay. Caden put dot, dot, dot. Okay, Melissa's a little bit funny. She said, Call him dad. Whatever. Anyways, that's the thing. Like, I think people think that you have to be super extreme just to get some attention, but you just want to try to be right. Like, I don't want to have to be like yelling and stuff. Like, that's why I said they don't listen. They are part of the reason for that. The other part is I have a deaf cousin, and like I made music with her over 20 years ago, and I was like trying to help her to so she could hear while she's singing, and I mean, she's not fully deaf but a lot. And anyways, I don't know how she's doing. I want to help her with her kids, but here I have to move, and it's a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to give up on that situation because I want to be there for them. They didn't ask to be born into stuff. Like their father's already deceased, and she had no support. And anyways, uh oh, Caden says not if you're looking at chat. I guess I don't know when he said this, and then he said, "Oh, he's weird and he keeps stuttering." He said he's slay. I feel sorry for you. Melissa said I don't. Well, then fucking I don't know what to tell you, Melissa. I don't know you. Just like I don't, the only person I've seen there's two people I've seen on here so far that I know, and that's Sarah and um what's her name? She popped up here. I you used to come on here a lot, and I hadn't seen you in a while. I'm gonna give you a shout out in a second. But yes, Caden, I agree. He said you hate her. He said Melissa is a hater. And anyways, I'm not gonna repeat anything else she said because uh, I think Caden was trying to ask if Melissa is a boy. I don't know. Probably. Who knows? It doesn't matter. Um, and Caden says, "I'm not a hater, unlike you." Just like he told her to leave. Um, no, I don't know what Melissa's talking about. Nobody told. Only person. This is my whole choice to record this shit, but whatever. Anyways, okay, don't argue. I don't know that argue. um. Anyways, yeah, it's who cares what haters gonna hate, whatever, right? Yeah, Caden was just saying that, like, if you're gonna be mean, then leave. And then Caden said, "What's her name?" Then come on, and oh, Caden, you're so nice. Caden knows who I am. That's what I was saying. I was like saying that I have people that like worship me. I don't ask nobody to, I'm not being like that, but people appreciate me. They know I make music. That's what I do. I like to do. Um, and yeah, my parents have gotten in the way of me actually doing something with it because your day to day life matters. And when you have to focus on keep trying to restart shit, and of course, you're going to make sure your kids are good before anything. Then you have like broken down shit in your house and make you worry about stuff. They do these fear tactics, but I had to let them know, like, we're not doing any of that. They can go on with their lives. I could go on with mine and stuff. It's not like they ever really had to worry about me too much. I'm not going to say they never helped me at all financially in the past, but it's been years and whatever. It's just you put one daughter on a pedestal, and that's obviously not me. And I'm sorry, Megan, you're kind of an idiot, and maybe you put your intelligence into the wrong things, like abandoned houses. Like, I don't know. And I feel like she wants to do something with, like, put me into some shit, but the fact of the matter is, like, it's just stupid. All the bad stuff that people do make themselves look bad. I don't want to have to yell and scream at them. I'd rather them just go on about their lives and I'll go about mine. But as far as like, they made it things inconvenience me so they can help me a little bit if I need it with moving and stuff. Other than that, I don't want to be a part of their family because they sure as hell don't treat me like family to begin with. Anyways, um yeah, they was arguing and he was anyways, Bobby the goat said that tone of voice though. And then Caden says, for real, call the cops. Yeah, get her, girl. um I got some bunch of pictures that, like, Caden put like a trophy and then by it, like, say it. Okay, Chaotic Bliss, shout out to Chaotic Bliss. I haven't seen you in a while, but I'm going to answer your questions. You said, "Is that your father?" Yeah, and he's the landlord. But it's only been for like a little bit over 2 years. So when they bought the house, they did the roof, which is a waste of money, I guess. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was. But the fact of the matter is, it didn't have to with the other maintenances. There's like some holes in there that made the fiberglass break down, and or also from the gutter or something. um I don't want to fix things, but there's other properties that have no problem fixing things. And yes, Chaotic Bliss, sorry, it was cutting out for a second. Chaotic Bliss said her dad is the same way, and that um a, a piece of shit. um she said, my dad's the same way. I'm so sorry. I know the pain of having for shit parents. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that anybody can have whatever problems in life, and but you don't want to put those problems on your children. Like, you can't be jealous of your kids. Like, you can't. It doesn't make any sense. Like, and if you have those kind of feelings, you can talk about it, like, oh, you're lucky or something, but you don't like get all evil and shit. You're not. My mother doesn't communicate and she just doesn't show love. That's why I think she's schizophrenic. But whatever, that's my opinion. Let a medical person figure that one out. All I know is that, you know, you can't say something's wrong with me if you don't even care about your own self. Like how you look. Because everybody else can see how you look, you know what I mean? And that's the reality. Throwing playing these games, just not being neglectful of a house that you own, and then trying to pretend like it's me. It doesn't make any sense. And they get more money than they did before. I don't know. Like, they get money. It's then if they wanted more money, they could have talked about it, but it was never a conversation. and he's talking about money and stuff. I'm like, well, how do you even know what I even get? Because you don't talk to me. You can't just assume stuff that's bad. It can't act like I didn't get any increase in money over the years because I have. But you just keep playing these games like I'm just the same garbage you want me to be that you try to create me to be. But like all of this is nothing, and my music is like nothing. Like, come on. I have a lot of music, more than that's even on here, but there's still a lot on here. Anyways, continuing on here, Cataclysm said, like, where are you guys gonna go if he evicted you guys? Well, I'm trying to find an apartment, but that's why I had to ask him, like, what you just don't care? Are you gonna help us with the moving process, or are you just gonna have the police throw us out? Like, I had to ask this stuff because it's like, what the fuck, you were gonna give me the house, but now what? Oh, now it's because it's about money, and we're gonna lie and act like it is about money. It might be, but if it was always about money, which I kind of thought that, then you shouldn't say things like, "Oh, you're gonna put this in a trust." The fact of the matter is that they're getting older, and at some point they might need my help. So there's that too. Because I'm 41, and other than some little issues with my physical health, and as far as my mental health, it's mostly from the problems they have pushed onto me with their mental health. Anyways, that's very clear to see, though. Nobody is really trying to argue that and say otherwise. Because I'm a good, responsible person. And yes, if you go to counseling, like, the more that you do good in life, it builds on itself in a good way, and it showcases. Hey, Sarah, I was listening to Showcase yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna play some of mine and Sarah's songs soon. I will have to, like, switch it up from, like, because I'm on my tablet right now and the music is on here on the tablet, so I would have to come back on my phone. um yes, and chaotic bliss said, I would make him take you to court. Don't leave, go court first, do not move out, you have tenant rights. See, that's the thing, chaotic bliss. I don't know what I can trust or not, as far as I'm finding an apartment, and if I have something, then that's fine. It's just, but at the same time, like I said, they said they were going to put the house in the trust, and then that was going to be, it's going to be mine. But um chaotic bliss said, I understand why filming you need documentation. Exactly. She said, smoke and breathe, hon. I'm so sorry. Well, thanks for caring. You've always been, like, just like a little cheerleader, watching me on here with my music and everything. But yeah, she said my parents are psycho too. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. There's like a lot of things I want to do. I try to take the lemons and turn them into lemonade, meaning I try to help people with mental health. I try to help people with domestic violence. That hasn't been a problem for me since 2016. But you see, you get to the root of the problem. If my parents didn't treat me like crap, then I wouldn't feel lower enough to end up in certain relationships, or to allow it. Like, you know, I had two relationships that was, with domestic violence went on. One was 7 years. It wasn't like a regular thing all the time. It had to do with cheating. And there was a few times here and there that he put his hands on me, that one of them ended up badly because my neck is messed up forever. But like I said, it's, it's not, that hasn't been an issue since 2013, 2012, whatever. But then the other relationship from 2013 to 2016, yeah, that was another relationship that had some domestic stuff. I didn't put neither of them in jail or anything like that. But anyways, I was able to start over, sort of, so to speak. I did 6 months in jail in 2016 because I violated probation. So when I got out, I had to start over and get a house, and my parents didn't really help that much with that, but I didn't expect them to. Um, but I got this house where I'm at on my own. You know, Restoration Society helped me, and but whatever. Like I said, I got the house and I had it for 8 years almost until all of this madness. But again, they've owned this house for 2 years. They bought it from Teal Realty because Teal Realty was selling the house, several properties, because there was repairs and they didn't feel like it was worth it to keep. So again, when I move out, they're going to have to do a lot of repairs. So even if I was to move back and they gave me the house or whatever, like, there needs to be repairs done. Like I said, they said they were going to put the house in a trust. Why say that and then do all this? If they wanted to put the house in the trust, give me the house and let me figure this out, and they just leave me alone and let me have the house and figure out myself, then that would be fine. But as far as I know, that's not the plan. They wanted to evict me because I put orders of protection in. I put the orders of protection in because they were just not nice and harassing me, just show up when they want, but not fix things, make me feel small, make me feel like something is wrong or something. Like they're just not normal family, being nice and doing normal family things and helping or being kind to each other. It's always about like just snubbing me and stuff. But yeah, so Chaotic Bliss, you said, yeah, I don't think that is okay. It's not good, not cool at all. Thank you. And Sarah said, hey, Mom, Mama Dukes is here. Shout out to Mama Dukes. So Mama Dukes is on some songs too. Whenever I can pull up those songs, I will be glad to show it with you guys. But if you type in Choozy Chelleigh and Lovely, you'll see. I mean, you could probably type in Mama Dukes too. But yeah, there's like 2 songs that Mama Dukes is on, and they're awesome. They both have awesome voices. Like, it's just like there's something powerful and some wisdom in their voices and stuff. That's nice. So somebody, One Love said, can I get you a new spot if you hit me for real? Like, I don't like this for you. Like, you look too good to be in that. Well, thank you, One Love. I don't know who you is, but yes, I thought you was in PA, Sarah. Yeah, so anyways, One Love, that sounds nice. Chaotic Bliss is in Michigan. Ho Nahid says, hello, ma'am. Well, hello, Ho Nahid. And Sarah said, I miss you. I miss you too. Okay, I don't know who the hell TW is, but they're talking about him a propagandist. Whatever, okay. Propaganda. Dude, really? What is this, like the 1920s? Let's do our thing and dance and let's do the Charleston. Okay, I'm not trying to talk shit about South Carolina. There's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not like a hating Yankee or something. Like, honestly, I'm a friend to all. As a friend to me. I'm not here to hate on people and bring anybody down. Whoever the hell TW is obviously part of my parents' little clique, whatever. Like, people look stupid, getting like whenever somebody has something bad to say about me, it's pretty clear that that's what that is, you know. Anyway, propaganda is good. I'll take that. I'll think about that. I'm not gonna just be like my father and not listen to anything. Oh, like, the fact of the matter is that I didn't want to talk badly about them and do all of this. I like Chaotic Bliss understands it. Um, yeah, if you have people that's mean to you, you teach people how you want to be treated and stuff, but it goes when it's with your family, it goes back to your childhood, and if they just keep pushing and they won't stop being like the way they like if they can't treat you like a human being, even when you are presenting yourself in the right way and you're doing the right things, and like if they wanted to look at it me like as like they don't get enough money or something like that, then they also should look at the reality of that my sister does not pay them that much and she takes advantage and they help her regularly. Whatever issues she has, car issues, or one gotten help in years with anything, which I haven't even had. My bad, it was cutting out, but honestly, this is a reality. I didn't get a happy birthday or anything in the last 2 years. I turned 40 and it was nothing. Then I turned 41 in February and it was nothing. Whatever. Anyways, but even my kids, their birthdays aren't really important to their grandparents. My parents don't really care that much about my kids' birthdays. Like, it's a lot, like, of crap that my son graduated and when he was 18 from high school, it was nothing. Then he completed this certificate program. Do they care? Are they around to care? No. Okay, so whoever Sean is an idiot too. He's talking about eating or whatever. He didn't want to do eat. Okay. Yeah, I'm just so big and fat, let me tell you. I'm just eating everything up a storm, right? Thank you, Sarah Lynn Linden, my bitch. That's lovely. LJJ, you will be hearing her with the music with me very soon. We've been making music for years. That is my bitch, my road dog. We've had so much fun making music. Um, anyways, Ernestine Williams says, yo, you know who's Ty Lil? I think Ernestine's asking me if I know who Ty Lil is. Maybe. I don't know. I've worked with a lot of people, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't ring a bell, but anyways, Chaotic Bliss says family should help though and not hold it against them.
Do you know where the one pin where I can find so I can put the cupcake mold pins in?
I don't know. You could check in the cupboards. No, it's okay. You just reminded me. I gotta get something out of the cupboard. I forgot. Uh, hold on a second, Jaleesa. Let me just finish reading these comments.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so Chaotic Bliss said family should help and not hold it against them, so it should matter if they, it shouldn't be about a financial thing, basically, is what she's saying. And it's one thing to just be like, oh, I need help with this all the time, blah, 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 but that's kind of how my sister is, and that's the point, that I'm treated like that's me, but it just seems like anything and everything, whatever's going on in their lives, it's like they just take the shit out on me. They feel like it makes them feel better about themselves to like put themselves on a more of a pedestal, and then I'm like down here, even though I'm not, but yeah, Chaotic Bliss said, my family never wants to help with anything. Yeah, Oh, Sarah Linden said, Kylo Jordan, love you too. Yes, that's her doggy. And he is a golden retriever, and he's so sweet. And I'll meet him someday, I hope. And he could be in the videos with us or something. And of course, Mama Dukes and you, LJJ. Chaotic listed, yeah, that is not right to make anyone live unsafe. Thank you. Especially family. Mega 2025 has a message retracted. I don't know if that's somebody associated with my sister or not, but whatever. Chaotic Bliss has a sad face and a broken heart emoji on there. And then Katie Outdoors says, What's up? What's up, Katie Outdoors? You see, I had to show, like, if you take it back or whatever, I had to record the conversation because I don't, I have to document this stuff. It's sadly, and this is really the only way there's not like an app to do this. I couldn't find anything. Oh, and Sarah asked me, how's the kids doing? They're doing good. Oh, chicken. Yeah, there's a hamburger meat too. Yes, and Kidums is here. Kidum. Oh my God, did you see the cat singing, talking about I'm alone? Sometimes I'm alone and then sometimes I'm not. It's just, if you typed in somewhere about the cat singing, I can show you. It's on my Facebook.
Yeah.
But this guy recorded it. His cat was actually saying that, and you could hear it. It's really cute. And then he was singing with the cat. It made a song, and then there's people on stage, and like people who like went to the concert.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, you just reminded me I left this stuff in here. Okay, we'll put it in the water then. That's fine.
It's already unthawed.
It is unthawed. Oh. Okay. Awesome.
Are we gonna do it with flour or are we gonna do it plain, like just seasoning?
We can use flour. I will help and do that if you want. If you want to bake, I could do that. I don't know what else to make with it, but you can help me to figure that out. I think Jill's watching something with a cat meowing. I heard.
Mom,
I need a drink or something.
oh, she's still sleeping. That's good.
So yeah, I appreciate the support and the love of all people's here and stuff.
Maybe we can have tacos tomorrow because you still have that. I don't know.
Moon mist. So anybody watching, I would appreciate any help and support with moving and stuff. And when I move, I want to have a little party, we'll get together.
Oh, you got more cinnamon? I see some right there.
Yes, there's all kinds of good stuff there. I'm gonna take some chocolate upstairs. Oh, Kit Kats.
Wait, this was $1.25?
Dollar Tree.
Yes. Oh,
Okay, I will show the goodies. I'll show some of these
Get
goodies.
this, y'all. $1.25 Dollar Tree.
These, me and the baby had one. I'm gonna take 2 of these. Go to the Dollar Tree and get snacks. It's a lot cheaper. I'm gonna take this. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. All right. I'm not trying to take all the snacks up here, but I have a couple. I have a couple of things upstairs, and I'll give you guys some of the stuff. But I just wanted to try it on for the people to show my expression of if I like this stuff or not. One thing is I'll show you. It's like looks like it's a macaroni and cheese thing, but it's gummies. Yeah, do whatever you want. I'll make the chicken unless you want to make the chicken. You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, cool. Kiddos, be nice. Alright. Well, I'm glad I did that because it actually was helpful. The thing is, I don't have communication problems, but they want to make it look like I'm just angry and whatever. But, you know, when people are treated like crap, they're going to be angry, I guess. But it's, I just, just tired. I'm too old for this crap, Um, mm, hello. This is a fudge graham thingy. Like a Keebler elf cookie. I got crumbs on my little table now. So I'm gonna I'm gonna have some snacks and show you guys my reaction. There's like some like gummy stuff and everything, but after that I want to do something. I would like to play some music that's with me and Sarah LJJ, but I have to go. I'll have to come back and do it on my phone. No, it's okay if you can't. It's okay if you can't go live. I'm gonna at least play the music, and you can listen with me. I know I don't know how to do all that on. Eventually, they probably will do that with YouTube, where, um, you know what I mean. You can go on with me or something, but yeah, I don't even have Messenger on Facebook right now. It's just too much crap going on, and anyway, we'll get there again. We'll get there. It's all of this stupid shit. You know what I mean? I prioritize. I've had these before. They're pretty good, but and we love these. These are good. They're healthy for you and stuff, but I'm just showing you some of the stuff I have. These are the two things I wanted to show you guys that I thought you'd be interested in my reaction. This, I would hope, it is fruit flavored. Okay, see, it says fruit flavored. I thought it was really cool, and I probably should have bought some actual macaroni and cheese, but I will. No, I'm just saying, I can make homemade macaroni and cheese, and it's pretty delicious. So this is the sour stuff. So somebody said something about somebody's reaction to eating sour stuff. They said this today, so I was like, hey, I can do that for you today. Okay, so I want to try this out, and it says sealed for your protection. Sealed with a kiss. That's some old song that's like way before I was born. I was born in 1984. I forget how that song goes because I'm not that old, but when I was younger, I would like play with my Barbies and listen to old music. I've listened to all kinds of music, and I'm open to making all kinds of music. Ugh, this is hard to open. Oh, there we go. Not that much. So look, it's like the little macaroni and cheese. It smells good. I think it's like orange flavor. Look, it's like little noodles. doesn't really have a lot of flavor. Yeah, whatever. It's okay. It's like gummy worms. But it would taste better with like some other fruity candy stuff. I will probably literally eat some of this with some of this or something. If you guys want, I'll try this first before I have the sour. I've had these before. I know they're good. Like, I can just show you the difference. I'm not trying to pick on these. I think this is really cute, but it needs a little bit more flavor. But I'm sure it's tricky. They had to get the color right and everything, and it's really pretty cool. I feel like it's lacking fruity flavor. They both just taste like sugar. I'm such a mean critic, I guess. Not really. It's alright. Now this, I believe, is gonna have a lot of flavor. This is sour. You know, people be like, and they with their little fingertips. I got big old hands, so I'm like, ah, ah. Anyway, this is actually good, but the flavor just takes a little bit. You gotta chew on it. But I don't know. Like I said, it's alright. I don't want to call it candy corn. It doesn't taste like candy corn, but it could have a little more flavor. So let's get to the warheads. Let's see if my face puckers up. Sarah said, how's the kids doing? And she can't go live stream. Oh, you have a couple of strikes. Oh no. She said, for some reason, I don't know why. It's just that I can only short video live stream. I don't know. Oh, this isn't really sour. It's good. If you want to really embrace the sourness, you gotta suck it. I'm dead serious though. You don't make this shit up. You can't. I'm just gonna guess what that girl said. I don't remember if her name is Lindsay, but she's one of your friends, Alice. If you're watching this, or if you see this in the future, one of Alice's friends, I have her on my Facebook, and she's the one who said something about the sour candy. But she's basically saying to like put you in a good mood or something, or help with anxiety. But it does something to your brain. It's like a uplifting thing. Flavor matters. It's pretty good. Mm. Okay. Shout out to my neighbor Carol. It's her birthday tomorrow. Happy big 28. Um, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, my life is already crazy, and that it's just sad. She's had to deal with my parents' crap, and it's just sad. I mean, not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not even gonna talk about them no more. Nobody asked to be born. And then there's one of these. I know I'm just having a little snack attack, but I'm gonna do this now before. So I'm gonna switch to my phone in a minute, and um, so be ready for me because, like I was saying, the music is on the tablet, so I have to switch. Okay. I haven't been going live like I was before for a while. Okay. So now I am live. I'm about to be live. I don't know how long this is gonna work, but okay, I'm leaving. Hey, come on over here. Okay, I just started going live on this phone so that I can play my music on. That's my TV that you're looking at. Isn't that funny? So you can see me on the TV. So yeah, Sarah and Sarah Serranaldo the goats. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering the shit out of your name. Suri Ronaldo the goat. I'm trying to say your name right. Serenaldo. Serenaldo dog goat. Oh god, I don't know. Come over here, okay? And Sarah, I'm gonna go off of this so that it'll play. I can play the music from my tablet that's already here, ready to go. So come join me, please, and thank you. I don't. Uh, I don't know how I could do that.